In the past few weeks, about three new prehistoric animals have been revealed to the public, that being Authropotrachus, Dezosaurus, and Al-Nashrikri. I've looked through these separate articles, and in today's video we shall discuss the significance of each of these species and explain a little bit about them. Authropotrachus knockombiensis was discovered in the Kimberley region of Western Australia, specifically the Knockobine Station, which is why it got its species name. And, and the genus was named in 1972 by Korosh, Griff, and Garbutt. About 50 years ago, the fossil fragments were lost. However, the Western Australian Museum retained a plaster cast of the fossil fragments. Through further investigation by the paleontologists, the cast actually contained two different animals, that being Arthropotrachus and Ephoramia rostrum, a much more well-known species. Both belong to the group of Temnospondyli. These were ancestral amphibians that existed from the Carboniferous period all the way to the Triassic before going extinct. Both of the skulls from these two animals were about 40 centimeters in length. Authropotrachus had a much more wide and robust skull, which may have suggested a stronger bite to catch larger prey, similar to modern-day crocodilians. Ophoramria had a thin, narrow skull, which suggests a lifestyle of catching slippery prey like fish, also known as piscivory, in the brackish mudflat. Both of these animals would have lived in this brackish mudflat. While most temnospondyls were sensitive to salt due to their bodies, however, the Tremnosauria, the specific family to which Arthropotrachus and Amphiramia were a part of, were unbothered by salt, provided by the fact that their fossils have been found worldwide, from Madagascar to Russia, suggesting they ruled the oceans. Their slate, to which both have been found, have shown that they existed right after the Permian-Triassic mass extinction, or most commonly known as the Great Dying. This was a massive extinction event that wiped out about 95 to 96% of all life on our planet through massive volcanism and chaotic patterns of climate. This truly showed how adaptable the Temnospondyls were, and shows that they were one of the few survivors of the Great Dying, going rapidly diversifying until meeting their inevitable fate with Coolosuchus during the Triassic. In 2014, a team led by the researcher at University of Minnesota Twin Cities, Peter Maverick, and his Argentinian colleague Sebastian Equus, found an almost complete fossil of Alsnashrikri. This fossil was discovered in Patagonia of Argentina, coming from the Cenomanian stage of the Cretaceous about 90 million years ago. Before this, Al-Nashikri was a mystery, as many of its fossils were too fragmentary to identify besides one fossil in Asia. Al-Nashikri is a mystic link to the clade of Alverasaurians. Alverasaurians are a genus of very small bug-eating insectivorous dinosaurs, known for their tiny teeth, stub arms with large thumb claws on each hand. Al-Nashikri had surprisingly longer teeth, longer arms compared to the rest. It was used in this paper as insight into the evolutionary history of Alverasaurians. Al-Nashikri shows that Alverasaurians over time got smaller arms and teeth for their insectivorous diet, and by using the skeletons of other Alverasaurians, paleontologists found out that Alverasaurs may have first originated during the early Triassic, when Pangaea was first formed. This explains how Alverasaurs got to so many different continents. It was through migrations to Pangaea and later Gondwana and Laramidia in the Triassic. Found in the Taikuru Formation of Brazil, Dazosaurus canthionensis lived around 120 million years ago. Its fossils include tail vertebra ridges and grooves, while its thigh bone had a noticeable lateral bulge. It belonged to the group of Saurospondylania and was about 20 meters in length. Dazosaurus highlights the connections to the Gondwanian areas as well as Europe painted out by Dr. Max. This study suggests that this dinosaur, along with its European relative Gorombertitan marilius, had a common origin in Europe. Both may have dispersed from northern Africa to South America between 137 to 133 million years ago to 121 to 113 million years ago. This challenges the theory that South America during the late Cretaceous was isolated. The study shows that there was potentially many land bridges or pieces of land that connects land masses together. This allowed animals to migrate in and out of South America and North Africa. Desosaurus adds a chapter to sauropod history. Those from the early Cretaceous prior to this, the fossil record was dominated by titanosaurs and another group of sauropods, which is most notable for their enormous sizes. They, the enormous sizes they can achieve. However, Desosaurus was from a less understood and earlier Titanosauriform lineage, providing insight into the evolution of these reptilian giants. Thank you guys for watching this video. This video was really fun to work on, especially the research and the drawings. Really hoped you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative and helpful. This is Connor the Wolf Boy signing out.